What's up, my freelance writer friends? How's it going? All right, so are you new to freelance writing for the very first time? Are you interested in understanding what to do as a new freelance writer? Well, I'm here right now. We're going to talk about how to crush it as a freelance writer for the very first time because you don't want to make any mistakes. You don't want to have low paying jobs or anything. So I'm going to show you all the things that you need to do so that you can crush it and be successful as a freelance writer. All right. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment below if you're a brand new writer. All right. I want to help you become a successful freelance writer. All right. So the first thing you need to do to crush it as a freelance writer is to set hours. This is important. If you are in school, if you are at a full-time job, if you're a stay-at-home mom, whatever it is that takes up most of your time, you're going to have to find that time for freelance writing. Okay. I was a stay-at-home mom, and even though you think of stay-at-home moms, they have all the time in the world, they can do whatever they want. I had a schedule. I had twins. So they had set naps, they had set feeding, we had set activity time. I had chores to do. I had a lot to do in my day. So I had to find the time and set the hours for freelance writing. So if you work all day, then you can decide to set your hours before you go to work and after you go to work. All right. Because you need to have some hours, at least have 5 hours a week to devote to freelance writing to get it off the ground at least. So mark it in your calendar, and that's key. You won't take action if it's not sort of set in stone as a to-do thing for you to look at in your day. All right. Now, if you ever need help with managing your time and figuring out that right schedule, on my blog, almacane.com, I do have a blog post that I can show you real quick, and I'll put it in the link below if I can find it. Here it is. It's called Time Management Tips for Freelance Writers. So in this post, I do have a lot of good information about time management, but I give you specific schedules based on how many hours you have per week. All right, so it's down here. It's a long post, by the way. Here you go. So if you have only 5 hours a week for freelance writing, I share with you what you can do during that time. Now, each of these blocks aren't, an hour a day or whatever, and it doesn't have to happen in the morning. I'm just telling you, on Monday, you can focus on this, on Tuesday, this, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and you get the weekends off. If you have, 10 hours a week, then this is what your schedule would look like. And I think I have one more here. If you have 20 hours a week, all right, this is what it looks like. And this schedule is more an established freelance writer that at least has a gig or two. All right, so how do you manage your freelance writing clients, picking up more gigs, and managing your home and your work and all of that? So I share that in this schedule. All right, so make sure to take a look at that and set hours. That's important. The next thing you want to do is set goals for your freelance writing business. I found it highly successful, and I believe a lot of my course students in Write Your Way to Your First 1K find it successful if they set sort of a metric or goal behind their pitching strategy. So for example, you can tell yourself, I'm going to pitch 10 times a day for 10 days, the 10 by 10 rule. Or you can just broaden that out and say, I'm gonna pitch 5 times a day for 30 days. Whatever is right for you and whatever you feel comfortable doing, set those goals. You can also set more broader goals, more like SMART goals. And I actually do have a blog post on that as well called Writing Goals for New Freelance Writers. So in this post, I give you some steps on setting your writing goals using SMART goals right here. And those are, I have it right up here. Let me see. They're specific, measurable, achievable, results-oriented, and time-sensitive. All right, so you are setting that goal that you know that you can accomplish, that's not too far out of your reach, and that it's quite specific, that has steps behind it. So you know exactly what to do to achieve that goal. And you have a more accomplishment when it is time sensitive. So you have to get this done by the summer. This has to be done in 3 months. All right. So when you have all those in place, when you set your goals, you're going to be more productive that way, and you're going to accomplish your goals faster. And just so you know, in this post, I do have a link to the planner that I use. All right, so this is a planner that I use. It's specific for freelance writers. So make sure to check out this post and check out the planner that I use. All right, everyone. Okay, so we have goals, we have a set hours, so things are coming together. And the third thing you need to do is practice your writing. Now, I do have a video on online writing tips, so make sure you check that out after you watch this video, okay? I'd really appreciate it. But even if you have a degree in writing, even if, let's say, you have a writing project on the side, like a book that you're writing, and even if you got all straight A's in college for your writing, it's still a good idea to keep practicing your writing, specifically online writing tips for an online reader. Now, writing online is quite different than writing in a newspaper, writing a magazine article, writing your essay for your teacher. All right, so check out that video and learn the specific writing tips that you need. A lot of it relies on white space. A lot of it relies on grabbing the attention of the reader early on in your writing so that they want to keep reading your content. Right? A lot of clients out there, businesses want that type of writer. That's an engaging writer and that writes compelling content to keep readers on that post, right? Potential customers on that post. Right? So practice your writing. Some ways you can practice your writing is by writing blog posts. All right? So if you have a blog, start writing blog posts specific to your writing niche or on topics that you're passionate about. Make sure that these blog posts are helpful to a reader, that they're not just a diary entry of the things that you want to write about, your personal thoughts. These are thoughts that are going to go to the masses and they're going to help others. So think of yourself as the role of a teacher, teaching people about a specific thing. Okay, it could be managing anger. It could be getting your child to sleep through the night. It could be a lot of different things regarding the topic they like. It could be food related content. It could be health related content, sustainability type of content, things like that. All right. So whatever your niche is, you can create a blog post in that niche. All right. So I have my notes over here. So I'm just looking at that. Writing samples is another thing that you can do as a freelance writer. So a great way to crush it as a freelance writer is to start writing specific writing samples that you can share in your pitches that demonstrate your knowledge of the writing niche that you deemed yourself to be. So if you decide, I'm going to be a mental health writer for the healthcare industry, all right? You've decided your client, you've decided your niche. Now you need to write specific content and writing samples that demonstrates your knowledge first about the healthcare industry right now and your expertise in mental health or health related content that could be applicable to the healthcare industry, either in a B2B, business to business content, or B2C, business to consumer content. All right, so get those writing samples. And again, that will help you with those online writing tips that you need to become familiar with that clients seek out. You can also write pitches, right? So if you're going to find freelance writing jobs and all of that and start pitching, if you set that metric to pitch every day, then that will help you practice your writing every day. All right. So good luck with those pitches for sure. And then finally, you can do guest posts. Now, guest posts are things that that a lot of writers and bloggers do as a way to build backlinks. But as a freelance writer, it's a way to build your credibility and to grow your audience so that potential clients can find you. All right. So guest posting just means having your content on someone else's site. Now, of course, you can write on free platforms like Medium, like even LinkedIn Publisher. But a better way is to guest post on a specific blog that has a specific audience, especially one that's targeted towards the audience that you want to attract. Right? So if you are in the mental health niche, then find mental health blogs that accept writers. There could be magazines, publications, blogs. It could be online magazines as well. All right. So find those publications so that you can get your content on there and that shows credibility that you are a writer. And that will surely help you crush it as a freelance writer, because potential clients will see, wow, she's written for these health magazines. She writes on this health blog. These are all her guest posts. But to a potential client, they may not realize that those are guest posts. They just see that as you being featured on those blogs, right? All right. And then the next tip to crush it as a freelance writer is to make sure to hustle every day. All right. So, as a beginning freelance writer, you're going to have to find those clients. All right. When you become more established, clients will come to you. So you're not going to have to hustle as much. And that's why I love the lessons that I teach in Write Your Way to First 1K, because I do teach my course students both strategies, how to find those clients, but then how to attract those clients. And pretty soon you're going to have to rely less on finding clients and more on attracting clients, right? And that's the fun part for me. So some ways to, sorry, my notes are over here. You can use job boards. So job boards, try again with that pitching metric that you decided on. Go to job boards, do some cold pitching, go on social media. Those are different ways you can find freelance writing jobs. And when you go to those job boards, then you know that you're hustling, that you're actively trying to find gigs. If you need help understanding job boards and how to use them effectively to find gigs, make sure you check out my video right here after this video. All right. Thanks. All right. And then you can also do some networking. So networking is a lot of like warm pitching. It's sort of like connecting with brands on social media. It's maybe taking their webinar, signing up to their email list, commenting on Twitter with these brands in mind. All right. So connecting with them in some way. Another thing you can do to hustle every day is to have a writer website. Do you have a writer website? Your blog can sell, right? It can sell you and attract those potential leads, right? So optimize your writer website. Look at your writer website so that you can use it as a way to land gigs. All right. And the last tip to crush it as a freelance writer is to keep learning, right? So even though I've been freelance writing for 6 years, I still love to learn new writing principles, new ways that I can infuse my personality in my writing, storytelling abilities, and copywriting. Those are key things for me to keep on learning, as well as any kind of new marketing strategies that I can learn about. I'm not familiar a lot with Instagram, but a lot of my course students use Instagram to pick up a lot of freelance writing gigs. So it's in my best interest to learn about Instagram marketing. I recently am learning about Medium and seeing how I can use that and leverage that platform to land paid writing opportunities, right? So even though I've been doing this for many years, I still want to keep on learning. So if you're a new freelance writer, then it's in your best interest to keep on learning. Make sure to check out my blog, elnakane.com. Sign up to my free email course that I have. It's in the description below. And learn those tips to be successful, to find those clients so that you're not making mistakes as a freelance writer. When I first started, that's all I did. I made a ton of mistakes that costed me clients and cash. And I really don't want that for you. So there you go. Those are the ways to crush it as a freelance writer. Make sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel for more freelance writing tips below. And comment below. Let me know if you're a new freelance writer. I'd love to help you out. All right. Talk to you in the next video.